Hello, 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 family. Welcome to my live. I'm going to give it a minute just to chime on in, and I'm not going to keep you too long. Look, we got to work with what we got, right? We have to work with what we got. I am here at the restaurant Los Cuatros Nietos, right? My favorite Mexican restaurant in the whole wide world. But it's a little loud in there, so I came to my car to do my presentations, and then I'm gonna go back in and do some networking. Okay. So I have been extremely busy over the weekend, helping so many people. So I wanted to make sure that I hop on live again and reach out to the ethers, reach out to y'all, right? So a lot of people have taken advantage of the opportunity of the 1111 portal to go live with our 850 credit score blueprint from Metro2. So I'm going to extend it. I was going to play that song. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. But I decided to sing it, right. I'm really really feeling good. I'm feeling inspired. I'm helping so many people, and yeah, I'm back in the gym. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So I made a post yesterday about why wait until the New Year's to do your New Year's resolution. So let's go ahead and get in the groove of starting things now. I'm telling you guys, success loves speed, and so does money. So let's get to business. Let me make sure that I am live on Facebook and YouTube just to make sure everything is in alignment here and that you guys can see what I see, okay? Thank you for your patience. And yeah, we're live. We're live. We're live. So yep, I'm doing this from my car because I'm in these streets. I'm in motion. I'm out here passing out my flyers. And just getting back to the root of things, okay? Getting back to the root of things, helping my community, because I realize one thing, even having a at home business, work from home business, you have to get out in these streets because ain't nobody coming to knock on your door. We're here to knock the doors down. Let's knock the doors down, right? So again, my name is Kimberly well, formerly known as Kimberly Connor, but this is Mama Take bringing it to you, and I'm gonna show you why. Let's talk about this 850 credit score that everybody's wanting, right? But we have to start somewhere. I don't care if you're in the four, five, sixes, or sevens. You want to get to at least 750, 720, 750. Anything above 750, that's just straight bragging rights. But let me tell you something that I found out during my credit journey, not only on myself, but helping hundreds of people along the way. Your credit score, it isn't built on opinions or guesswork. It's constructed entirely from precise data points that lenders transmit to credit bureaus through standardized systems like Metro2. Now, Metro2 is the most powerful tool that I've ever run across. So I want to share it with you guys. I've been in this credit world, game, whatever you want to call it, for about 7 years, right? And I've learned that every single point in your 300 to 850 credit score range, it comes from how accurately and how positively these data fields are reported. And just simply understanding this foundational truth is the first step towards mastering your credit profile and achieving the financial freedom that you deserve. So let's go ahead and dig right in, and let me let you know why I chose, or why God chose, the universe chose to call me Mama Tank. All right, so let me go ahead and see if I can get this to full screen. Let's do full screen. All right, bamboozle. All right, so reintroducing myself from Kim Connor to Mama Tank. Let's talk about it. So today marks a pivotal moment as I reintroduce myself, transitioning from Kim Connor to my evolved identity as Mama Tank. So this strategic rebrand is far more than a name change. It encapsulates my journey of resilience, operational strength, and an unwavering commitment to significant societal impact. This transformation signifies a structured shift towards a higher purpose, expanded leadership capabilities, and a mission deeply rooted in legacy. Now, I need to let y'all know that as a founder and a CEO of Birth the Nation Network, LLC, my personal narrative began in Albuquerque, New Mexico, evolving through years of relentless execution, navigating financial adversity, and ultimately culminating in a generational vision. Um, let's go back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where, I was born and raised. That's where all my family was, right? But I've watched everybody in my family pass away, literally. So now I'm the matriarch of my family. My mom, all her siblings have transitioned. And then that left my grandma. My grandma, buried all of her children except for one. And then she passed away. My grandmother passed away 3 years ago. Well, it'll be 3 years in February, a day after my birthday, February 15th. She passed away, and then her last surviving daughter, my Aunt Vita, passed away shortly after that. So I'm the oldest grandchild, I'm the oldest child, so that left me as the matriarch. And I saw all of my family die in poverty, homeless, sicknesses that could have been prevented had we known about the holistic living and lifestyle on just simply switching and changing up your changing up and switching your diet, right? And sometimes you have to change up and switch up your environment as well. Because if you want to do different, you have to be in different environments. You have to be different. You have to recreate or reinvent yourself. So that's why I chose to reinvent myself and call myself Mama Tank, right? So this framework, it focuses on fostering homeownership readiness, promoting holistic wellness, and cultivating robust business development for underserved communities. Because one thing I realize is ain't nobody coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. That's why I'm back here in the trenches. I'm coming for ours, right? It's not that you get to a certain level and say, okay, I'm where I'm at, hope y'all get out as well. No, Mama Tank embodies durability, forward momentum, and precise mission alignment. My core value proposition is clear. It's very clear. It's just to empower underserved families, guiding them from cycles of instability to secure ownership, from confusion to profound clarity, and from mere survival to strategic, sustainable thriving. My ultimate objective, my unwavering North Star, is to assist 1,000 families in building enduring wealth through comprehensive credit optimization, accessible real estate pathways, and the development of strong entrepreneurial infrastructures. This reintroduction serves as a profound declaration of my next chapter. I honor the foundations that were laid by Kim Connor, and I confidently lead as Mama Tank, setting an example for what true legacy, impactful leadership, and long term capacity building truly means. So that's that power move right here. I am a grandmother of three, a mother of three surviving children. So yes, I've lost a child. I've had so many losses within my 58 years of life here on this earth. So I had to just like really, really delve deep and say, why am I here? What is my purpose? What is my mission? All these losses that I'm going through, it has to be a purpose here, right? So I had a shift in consciousness. So with this happy Freedom Day, this credit profile optimization sale, y'all, this is the only way out. The only way out is through economics. The only way out is through education. The only way out is you. I realize that we're the only ones holding ourselves back, right? So, and then now a lot of people are like, "Oh, credit score don't matter. Credit score don't matter." They're about they're about 80% right. Credit score don't matter. What matters is the infrastructure. What matters are the data points that are on that credit profile. Have you noticed there's some people that might have a 750 credit score, but they're getting denied? It's because of the secret data codes that are sitting there dormant on their credit profile. But I'm here to stop them in their tracks. Let's go ahead on and let me show you what I mean. Let's talk about understanding Metro 2. It's the foundation of credit scoring. Metro 2 is the standardized reporting format that creditors use to transmit your credit information to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Now, I need y'all to understand these are not credit, they're not credit bureaus. They're not a bureau, they're credit agencies. So, this system ensures consistent, accurate data exchanges across the entire credit ecosystem. They're just a part of the ecosystem, okay? So don't let them scare you. Don't let them bully you. Let's get to business. Now, I need to let you guys know that every payment, balance, and account status is encoded. I'll say that again. And account status is encoded in specific data fields that scoring modules read directly. No summaries, no interpretations, just raw structured information. So that's what matters on our credit report. FICO and Vantage Score algorithms, they don't see your full financial story. They only process the Metro 2 data points your creditors report. Now, this means your score is only as good as the accuracy and the positivity of those transmitted fields. So, clean status codes, low utilization ratios, and extended positive payment history, they create the strongest possible scores. So, using and understanding Metro 2, it gives you the power to influence what gets reported. So I'm here to bring you the awareness on this thing, baby. Today, tomorrow, and the future, right? So let me tell you about the 5 pillars of the credit scoring module. Of course, your payment history, that's 35%. Your credit utilization is 30%. Your credit history length is 15%. Your credit mix is 10%. And new credit is 10%. Now, we all know what a credit payment history is, right? Because that's called late payments or on time payments. Let's go ahead and focus on the positivity, right? So that's your positive payment history. Let's change our mindset, because when you partner with me, when you enroll with me, we make sure that nothing will ever get reported late again. And if you do have late payments on your credit history, I got some for that too. This is your track record of on time payments. It's the single most important factor in credit scoring algorithms. So we want to make sure we address those late payments real quick. Credit utilization. That just simply means how much of your available credit you're using, right? And this actually impacts your score as well on a high RAM. So, credit utilization. Lenders want to see that you have available credit. Yeah, we might have credit cards and stuff like that where you're using 90 to 100% of them, which means you have unavailable credit. So we want to make sure that we keep that credit utilization. I tell all of my clients below 10% and under. Now, you don't want them to be at a 0% because at one point when I didn't understand credit, I thought I was doing myself a favor by paying them all down to zero, putting them in my drawer and be like, oh, I got available credit. The creditors canceled my credit cards due to non activity. Go figure. So, what you want to do is you want to keep a balance on there and then put these credit cards on auto payment. Number one, you'll be working on your payment history. It's going to report a good payment history every month by putting them on auto pay. You make sure you don't miss a payment because life be lifing and we get busy and you might forget or whatever. So put them on auto pay. That way you don't forget, and make sure you have an account that all your auto pays come out. Put some money in there every payday or whatever, and make sure that you have ample amount of money to cover those credit cards, right? All right. So That's what we want to do there. Your credit history length. Your credit history length, of course, means how long have you been establishing credit? Have you been establishing credit since you were 18 until now? Or are you 40, 50 years old and just now starting to get into this credit game? Whatever the case may be, that is okay. As far as your credit history length, we do have some trade lines that we can add or authorized users that you can add to help your credit history length. Because I'm telling you, the longer that you have established credit, the better you look, the more credible you look, the more responsible you look. That's when you get to that stage of adulting. All right. Credit mix. Let's talk about credit mix. That's 10%. Credit mix is simply a diverse portfolio of credit types that shows, hold up, a diverse portfolio of credit types that shows you can manage different financial products responsibly. Your credit mixes will consist of revolving and installment loans. Revolving is, of course, your credit cards. We'll look at it like that. Installment loans or anything that are in an installment, like a car payment, a mortgage, uh, a personal loan, right? So those are installment plans, installment loans, okay? New credit, recent inquiries, and newly opened accounts, they affect your score about 10, well, 10%. That's a fact. I'm not going to say about. So, new credit, that's where your inquiries come in, showing that you've applied for new credit, your new loans. Here is a 524 rule. You don't want more than 5 new accounts on your credit profile within a 2 year span, within a 24-month period span. If you guys need my help to understand this, just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and in the comments, I'm going to put a contact card in there so that I can get you a free credit consultation. I'm going to do that for the rest of the week, right? It's only $1, y'all, for me to give you a free credit consultation, and that's for the month. I'm not going to charge you my $97 credit consultation fee, but not to worry. When the dollar lifts up, or when that $97 goes back into effect, that $97 will be applied to any credit platform or program that you wish to partake in. All right, so let's talk about strategy one, master your credit utilization. It's simple, like I told you. Target under 30%, right? Pay revolving balances down to below 30% of each card's limit. Now, that just simply means if you have a $500 credit card, I'm just going to talk about the 10% because the 30% is keeping you right above poverty. So let's go ahead and let's just talk about how to optimize under 10%. So if you have a $500 credit card, you want to make sure that you are only telling yourself, telling your mind, I only got $50 on this credit card, period, point blank. At least do that for 6 months so that we can start stacking and building your credit to that healthy credit profile. You can also call your credit card company to request limit increases. What that's going to do is lower your utilization because it's going to open up more availability on that credit card. All right. So let's talk about strategy two. You want to go ahead and dispute any inaccurate data under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, you guys, I need you to know this, millionaires. Your legal right is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, Section 611. It grants you the legal right to dispute any information on your credit report that is inaccurate, incomplete, erroneous, or unverifiable, right? Credit bureaus or agencies, they must, and I'll repeat, they must investigate your dispute within 30 days and remove or correct information they cannot verify. So this isn't about removing accurate negative information. It's about ensuring that only verified accurate data appears on your profile. Errors are surprisingly common, affecting approximately 20% of consumers, according to the FTC studies, which is the Federal Trade Commissioner. All right. So this is all we need to do for that. I mean, this is for a DIY because I have a lot of people out here like, oh, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. But, buddy, Sister, if you were going to do it yourself, it would have already been done. We know life be life, and you might need a little help or a little education, a little understanding about what's going on in your credit report. So get at me for that dollar credit consultation. I'll give you the tips. I'll give you the information that you need to move forward. If you want to move forward and do it yourself, that's cool. So, number one, what you need to do is obtain all three credit reports, and I can get you that for that dollar. We will be able to view Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion using um, that credit profile, the Epic Pro report, which is going to show me data points, right? You're also going to be able to, what you need to do again, document every error. So that's going to take a little pencil work, right? You're going to document every error on that credit profile. Create a detailed list of inaccuracies with specific account numbers, dates, and the nature of each error. You're going to gather the supporting evidence, compile proof of documents, including payment records, account statements, identity verification, and correspondence with creditors if you've had any. And then you're going to submit formal disputes. Now, you're going to file these disputes with each bureau separately, including all supporting documentation and clear explanations of why the data is inaccurate. You're also going to monitor your investigation results. Once you mail out those letters, you want to send these out certified mail so that you can keep track of if they've received it or not, because we have a lot of evidence that I've seen where they're like, oh, we did not get it, or oh, we did get it, but it doesn't appear to be you. So we're gonna stall it, or either throw your investigation in the trash, and not move forward with the investigation. So it's very important that you give them a call and say, no, this is me, this is I. Go ahead and move forward with that investigation. Or you can go ahead and get with me and I'll be your advocate and let them know and run some codes across that desk to let them know you're in violation of my rights. Okay? So, what you want to include in your dispute package, and you guys, I craft all of my presentations as ebooks. So if you want a copy of this presentation, put me, and it'll give you a little blueprint, a roadmap of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, right? So you want to identify your verification. This includes copies of the government issued ID. You want to have account documentation. Again, provide statements, payments, confirmations, or correspondence from the creditors that contradicts the reported information. You want bank records and canceled checks. They serve as powerful evidence as well, I found. And then number three, you want a detailed dispute letter. You want to write a clear, factual letter identifying each disputed item by account number, explaining why it's inaccurate, and referencing your supporting documents. You want to avoid emotional language. Just stick to the fact. You don't want to be like, yeah, this is wrong. I remember back in 1993, I did this and I did that, and this is wrong, or my cousin did. Nope, you want to stick to the facts. You want to say that this is wrong according to, I don't know, consumer law 61115 dash. You want to have facts. So if you need those facts and those supporting laws, I have an ebook for that too. I can get that to you. You also want to track the information. You want to send disputes certified mail, as I said, with return receipts to create a paper trail. Keep copies of everything that you submit for your records and future reference. We want to treat this as if we are or could possibly potentially be going to court, right? So you want to keep all your evidence, all of your documents so that you look credible and you know what you're talking about and all your ducks are in a row in case they say, oh, well, this is verified. We want to know how is it verified, who verified it. And I have a letter for that too. It's called a verification letter if it comes back verified. Okay. So there's certain laws that these people are not obtaining or not they're not, I'll just say it like this: they're breaking the law when it comes to us. They're breaking the law. They're not going and moving forward with our full investigation, and they're just keeping us exactly where they want us, but not on my watch, right? So strategy number three is just to add strategic positive trade lines like authorized user strategies, written reporting services, or credit builder loans. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into that. And again, this is a little blueprint layout for you showing you how the authorized user impacts your timeline within 45 days. So I'll leave that for show. If you guys want the ebook, go ahead and let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and give this to you guys for free. For free 99. Because look, I really am sick and tired of seeing my people sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of us being denied. I'm sick and tired of us being on the lower spectrum of the wealth pole. It's time to raise up, and the time is now, right? Strategy number four, protect your payment history. Remember, I told you about putting things on auto pay because your payment history is 35% of your scoring module. Payment history represents approximately 35% of your FICO score. The single largest component, a single 30-day late payment can decrease your score by 60 to 110 points. Okay, that is a call that I really have to take. 1 second. 1 second. Hello? Yes, one moment, please. Let me stop this recording. Okay, 1 second. I just want to make sure I'm still not on the recording.